Who wins this Wednesday, United States or Honduras? Hi, if you're new here, I'm Filippo. Welcome to Tactical Marriage TV. Today we're going to be doing a match preview for US men's national team versus Honduras. In this preview, we're going to be talking about the US, the current situation, about Honduras. We're going to dive into them as well. I'll try to predict what Greg Berhalter might do with the starting 11 with some clues and hints that we have. And then at the end of the video, I'll try to give my prediction for the game as well. Feel free to comment yours down below. So far in the competition, in 2 games, the US got 2 points. So by the mainstream media and the Twitter tacticians' logics, if we tie Honduras away because they say that's good, we're fine. But that means we have 3 points in 3 games. You don't qualify if you keep that track record. So tying Honduras is not a good result. We need a win so we can finish with 5 points. 5 points is also not very good, but it's not a catastrophe. One quick update. At the time of this recording, a lot of the news haven't come out of the replacement, if Weston's available, injuries, things like that. Any update that comes out after I record, we will be putting on the comment section down below on the first comment pinned. So if you feel like any information is missing, check that first, because there might be some breaking news that came out recently at that pinned comment. With that said, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, a great way to support the channel is hitting the like button right now. It's free, quick, it takes a second. Play that beautiful intro, and let's start this preview. The US men's national team is set to face Honduras for the 3rd round of the CONCACAF World Cup Qualifying. This match will be played on Wednesday, September 8th at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it'll take place at the Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano at San Pedro Sula, Honduras. If you're in the United States, you can watch this match at Paramount Plus or Universal, or you can travel to Honduras. But essentially, Paramount Plus streaming service, you can get maybe a 7-day free trial. They're not sponsoring us. You can get a 7-day free trial and watch it for free, then cancel it. They probably hate me for that. Or no, free advertisement. The last time both teams faced each other with their best squad, the US ended up winning 1-0 for the Nations League semifinals in a game that honestly could have gone either way. There was a point where Honduras was much more dangerous than us and Josh Sargent even saved us. Joe Reyna created some good chances. It was a 1-0 win at home. We played at home, now we play away, which was not convincing, right? Any team could have won that game, Honduras or the US, but we won. The overall record between both nations is in 26 matches. The United States has 18 wins, Honduras has just 3, and there's 5 draws. But that's the overall record. And I know it doesn't mean much, but let's talk about the away record because we're going to play Honduras away. So let's get a little more specific. The last away game was in 2017 for World Cup Qualifying, which ended 1-1 with Honduras. The away record for the United States is 4 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss to Honduras. But look, the last 2 matches we had with them, it was a draw and a loss. I know past events are not guarantees of future outcomes, but we do have to look into that. We've struggled to play Honduras away the past 2 matches in the recent future, and we've been struggling in general, so you know what I mean. With that said, I am not pessimistic about this game. I'm always optimistic in regards to us getting the result. But now, let's talk about Honduras. Thank you Honduras FuboTV for helping me with the research of this Honduras section of the video. I put his link on the description. He has a YouTube channel, a Twitter, go give him a follow. Thank you very much. The opinions on this section are my own, so if they're crappy opinions, don't go bashing him. But he helped me by providing information. Los Catrachos come in with a roster of roughly 28 years of age and a market value of 9.73 million euros, while the US men's national team comes with a much younger roster, around 24 years of age, and a market value of roughly 280 million euros. But that means absolutely nothing once the game starts. My point right there is just that our team is worth a lot more, doesn't matter, but we're younger, right? We're 24 years of age of average, they're 28. They're mostly in their prime, our players are still developing. Honduras comes into this game after getting a great draw with Canada away at Canada for the first round, being able to fully contain Jonathan David throughout the match, and somewhat hold Alphonso Davies, to the best of your ability that you can hold Alphonso Davies. We learned that ourselves when he just bursted through DeAndre Yedlin to get the Canadian goal to Kyle Larin. For that match, despite Canada looking better and holding more possession as well, Honduras was still able to create some great chances, and honestly, almost as much as Canada, which means Honduras does not need much time with the ball to be dangerous, which we learned that back in Nations League when we faced them. When we faced them in Nations League, we held possession for most of the game, but in transition, they were dangerous and they were able to create even better chances than us. So this is the team we're going to face that doesn't hold the ball very much. They don't need to hold it very much to create great opportunities to score. Now for the second round, they went to El Salvador away, you know, just the game that we had, and they also had the same result, a 0-0 draw for that game as well. El Salvador dominated possession, just like most teams do against Honduras, but they did not get more chances than Honduras. Honduras again showed their efficiency with little time with the ball. For this game versus the US men's national team, Honduras will be missing essentially 3 players that are considered key players. One of them is Denil Maldonado that plays at the Chilean league. The other one is Albert Ellis, which is likely their best player as well. He plays at Bordeaux et Ligue 1 in the French league. Also, Alex Lopez left the Canadian game with a hamstring injury, so he is likely out. They're number 10. Lopez will also be out, but Albert Ellis might be the main issue of them not having him, even though they played the first 2 games without him, and they look pretty good as well. With that said, Honduras will rely more than ever on Choco Lozano to get the goals. And I said Choco, not Chucky. Choco Lozano, they're 9, they're center forward. Flores will also play a key role in their midfield. Andy Najar from DC United, I mean the DC United fans should be quite familiar, is another player that needs to step it up for them as well. Without forgetting to mention Montreal forward and veteran Romel Kyoto, he is going to have to help Lozano get those goals. Maynor Figueroa from the Houston Dynamo, which most certainly is past his prime, will be in charge of leading their defense at age 38. Yeah, definitely past his prime by now. 2 players I also want to mention that we could see throughout the match to keep an eye on. One is Brian Acosta from the FC Dallas, and the other one is one of their best young talents, the 23-year-old attacking midfielder slash wide midfielder slash sometimes winger, Rigoberto Rivas, which we saw him in Olympic qualifying. Very talented player. That's one to keep an eye on as well. Maybe he's not a key player, but I think he's pretty important for this team's success. The starting 11 itself is anyone's guess, and we could see some rotation. But I expect Honduras to line up on a 4-4-2, and the key players I mentioned throughout the video should be there in the game as well. I also expect the United States to control possession pretty well throughout this game, and Honduras to be dangerous and efficient during transition. Our team is more technical, but that's the way Honduras will probably do. We're probably going to have more possession in this game, quite a bit. I would say at least 60%, and Honduras will likely have some great opportunities in transition, and we need to be prepared for that. And I'm assuming Greg knows that. The reason I'm saying assuming, I'm not affirming, is because Greg has been very bad. Look, this will be a very CONCACAF-like game, if you know what I mean. So, you guys know what I mean about very CONCACAF game. And due to the first matches the US had, the results, as tough as it might be, this game is a must win. Alright, now let's dive into the US men's national team and try to predict how Greg might line up for this match, and then I'll give my prediction at the end. While you're at it, guys, don't forget to hit the like button right now. It really helps. It helps more than you can imagine. All right, so let's go to the next section of the video. First, full disclaimer, I don't know what Greg will do for this game. You don't know what Greg will do for this game. Greg doesn't know what Greg's gonna do for this game. So let's try to make sense out of it. If you can, comment how you think Greg will line up, or maybe how you would line up. I'm not gonna do my lineup, I'm just gonna do Greg's. Let's see if I can get this right. First thing to point out is I don't know if Tyler Adams and Miles Robinson will play, since they played a full 90 minutes on both matches. I'm not sure if he'll have them off the bench or if he'll manage their minutes by subbing them off early. I don't know. We also won't have Giovanni Reyna, Serginho Dest for this match. Weston McKennie, we don't know. We haven't gotten a confirmation as of now at the time of this recording. I personally think that Greg will have Weston available. In regards to replacements, it would not make sense to start any of the replacements that just arrived in camp. They will be arriving around Monday or Tuesday. They will have 1 practice, and Greg didn't even rate them enough to be in the main roster. And at the time of this recording, we don't know the replacements. If I had to make a guess, they will be MLS players because of proximity and because of the time zone, which makes total sense. And he should bring a replacement. It is a little bit late. He should have done that a while back, or he should have actually brought a larger roster, right? He should have brought 28 to 30 players rather than 26, and that actually became 25 when Tim Weah was injured. Hey guys, this update just happened after we recorded, okay? So Jackson Yeo is replacing Weston McKennie. So originally I had Weston McKennie on the predicted starting 11, so Dustin is already editing, so we're putting this quick video. When I say Weston McKennie, ignore it. The lineup, he's being replaced by Sebastian Lletget on my lineup, okay? So that's just a quick update on that. I guess the Jackson Yeo era is not over. So I think we might actually see for this game a 3-4-3 from Greg, or a 3-4-2-1. Honduras, as I said, a 4-4-2, so having 3 in the back will also help us resolve the fullback issues that we're usually very vulnerable on defense, and maybe that'll also help us in transition on having more players in the back line. So essentially, I think Greg will go for 3-4-3, but that is 100% a guess based on little evidences. So let me tell you how I think we're going to line up for this game. So my guess that the central center back will be John Brooks and the left center back will be Miles Robinson. Yes, I think he will play Miles Robinson. The right wing back will be DeAndre Yedlin, assuming Serginho Dest is injured and not good to go, which I think he is based on how he left the game. Anthony Robinson had a strong performance against Canada, and I think he'll start at the left wing back. I think we're going to have dual 8s in the midfield with Weston McKennie and Kelna Costa if we assume Tyler Adams will have his minutes managed. Maybe we'll start with Adams and Adams will come out, but I think he's going to go Weston and Acosta. I think he's going to put Christian Pulisic on the right wing, Conrad de la Fuente on the left wing, and Josh Sargent up top. Alright guys, comment down below your lineup. Now at the final section of the video, I'm going to try to predict the score prediction of this match, which there's no way I'm going to get it right. Okay, for the score prediction, and man, this is a tough one because based on the past performances and the fact that we play away and the players we have lost and the fact that there's so many doubts on what's going on, we might not even have Weston, Giovanni Reina is out. I would have to say we're probably going to lose this game. We could lose it probably like 2-1. It sounds somewhat reasonable, but no, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say we finish this camp with 5 points. I'm going to say what I said throughout Gold Cup. 1-0 is the way. I'm going to say the United States is going to beat Honduras 1-0. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be good, but we'll figure it out. We're going to get a win. We're going to finish the camp with 5 points, which, as I said, it's not good, but it's not a disaster. We can pick up from there and try to bounce back later. I know everyone wants Greg out, but guys, let's be reasonable. That's not going to happen right now. Probably won't happen throughout qualifiers. It's probably Greg on the wheel all the way till the World Cup. So that's my prediction, 1-0 for the United States. Very optimistic one, by the way, based on past performances. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go, or dislike button if you don't like me. Either way, it's engagement and it helps the channel. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.